Yeah, we're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up in this week's show, exciting finishes to the latest Road to the Triple Crown Series races in Jamaica. Top jockeys Shane Ellis and Robert Halledeen celebrating at the end of them. Also at Caymanas Park, last year's champion 2-year-old Unspun gets his first win as a 3-year-old. A massive victory on Saturday's Kentucky Derby card for Jamaican trainer Rohan Crichton's colt, Macho Music at Churchill Downs. And Saffie Joseph Jnr. adds to his growing tally of stakes wins with this filly's Grade 3 triumph in New York in a 1-2 finish for the Barbadian trainer. Plus the usual update on Caribbean victories in the USA and Canada. We're kicking off with our Jamaican story today.
The final prep races for next month's Guinness races were Sunday's main attractions at Caymanas Park. First, the Kingston for colts and geldings, 10 runners for the 7.5 furlong run. The favourite here, the mid-April Prince Consort Stakes disqualified winner, Runaway Star, with champion jockey Radish Roman aboard for champion trainer Jason Da Costa. At 3-5 in the 2 box, Runaway Star is the heavy favourite going for the major slice of the $4 million Jamaican dollar purse. Good support at the betting windows too for number 4, Sensational Soul, at 9-2 in the hands of veteran ex-champion jockey Shane Ellis, and number 11, Mark My Identity, is the 7-2 second favourite. A good competitive early pace in splits of 24-1 by 47-3, just about 3.5 lengths separating the first 7 runners as ace commentator Brian Rickman picks them up on the far turn.
Runaway Star, the favourite, the narrow leader. Brompton Boy continues to harass all the while. I Dream Again, close to them, only 3 lengths off that lead. Sensational Soul running a big one on the rail. There goes Boss Man. These in a very tight grouping as they approach the 5/16th. Mark My Identity in front of Mr. Lee, then Strong Mind. Secret Sensation on the fade, overtaken by My Eclipse as they come thundering into the top of the lane in the Kingston. Runaway Star out on that lead. I Dream Again now asked to challenge on the outside. Sensational Soul hunting ground against the rail, but it's Runaway Star, the rider calling for the stick in the right hand. Here is Sensational Soul now throwing out a strong challenge on the rail. It's Runaway Star being driven to the max. It's Runaway Star and Radish Roman driven to the max. Here's Sensational Soul and the veteran Shane Ellis, and they win the Kingston.
Shane Ellis's smooth rail run takes Sensational Soul home after a stirring duel. The second lifetime win this from 5 starts for the colt, bred by Soul Warrior out of the Wizard of Gold mare Red Gold, owned by Trinbagonian Chevan Maharaj, who is targeting more Jamaican classic success after scores with Supreme Soul and Calculus. Sensational Soul gives jockey Ellis and trainer Gary Sabrati their first win in the Kingston.
He was training really well. After the work 2 weeks ago, I was very pleased and I was very happy because I thought I had a good chance.
I was just thinking, what am I going to beat, whether if it's the leader or the one I'm Jason Ross. But the leader seemed like him comfortable, so I him a start.
A full brother to 2020 Horse of the Year runner-up Tuna Ciliata, Sensational Soul wins the Kingston by a half length at 9-2 odds. Second to the favourite Runaway Star with True Shake sponsored champion jockey Radish Roman, who had a triple on the afternoon, including his 300th career win. The 17-1 bet Strong Mind got third. The winning time for 7.5 furlongs, 1 minute 35.20 seconds. Just over half an hour later, the fillies contested the Portmore. The favourite Social Aviator with Robert Halledeen aboard in the purple cap here is about 5th off the pace, being set by the 5-2 bet Danka, coming off top 3 finishes in the Hotline and Thornbird Stakes.
Danka controls the speed up front. 2 lengths in front of Miss Money Penny now asked to make some progress. Watch Khaleesi and Social Aviator now wound up for their runs. Mighty Gully and Castle Living also begin to make some ground. Rally G on the outside of Burning Head. Simply Enchanting overtaken by a Pretty Perfect. Perfect Affair toward the back. And last of all, it's Linguist. As the Portmore field come flashing past the 5/16th. They're about to come into the lane, and Danka continues to lead them, trying to go all the way. Inside the final quarter at the top of the lane, it is Danka, Social Aviator, hunting ground against the rail. Khaleesi the Grey is on the premises. Mighty Gully is running a huge one along with Burning Hedge. Several horses in with a chance, and Burning Hedge now points. Mighty Gully continues to fight on. Watch Social Aviator now wound up against the rail. Robert Halledeen changing his stick, but still it is Burning Hedge. Here comes Social Aviator, now the favourite. They're in ahead, Bob. They drive to the line. Social Aviator wins the Portmore over Burning Hedge.
A rousing finish for Social Aviator on the inside. Halledeen left-handed whipping, repelling the challenge from Burning Hedge with Philip Parchment. The Thurston Elite Concierge Services sponsored jockey Robert Halledeen gets his first Portmore victory, and trainer Jason Acosta his second in 3 years after Toledo's score in 2023. By bold conquest out of the Seeking the Glory mare, Classy Aviator. The filly making it 3 wins now from 4 lifetime starts with a resolute display in a tough race.
I was nervous right throughout the whole race because she was it never looked like she was ever getting there until the last 50 yards. So when she stuck her head in front, and that's when I felt good.
She fought very hard. On the back stretch coming into the half mile, I found myself in a terrible spot where I couldn't sit relaxed. I have to keep her going because I got a couple of bounce. And you know, when the horses get bounced, they lose energy. And she's very game. She stuck in there. She took her hits, her licks, and dig deep when it mattered most.
Social Aviator wins the Portmore by a neck as the 2-1 favourite for owners Test Pilots, topping last December's Jamaica 2-year-old stakes winner Burning Hedge in a tight finish and stopping the clock at 135.37. Just marginally slower than the colt Sensational Soul went in the Kingston earlier on Sunday's card. There were 2 significant races on Saturday, including the Reggae Trophy, where the leading apprentices from the most recent jockey school graduating class duelled in the finish. Tajay Suku in the Blue Silks aboard Champion Bubbler, getting the win over Richie Shakes and Pack Plays. The 20-year-old Suku aboard the longest shot in the field gets the upset win for owners Lakeland Farms and trainer Spencer Chung. The informed 6-year-old mare getting her 3rd win in a row, over 5 furlongs straight. Champion Bubbler with 6 lifetime wins now, 4 of them actually over the straight course, landing the Reggae Trophy by 3/4 of a length in a 10-1 upset over the 9-2 bet Pack Plays, with last year's winner Is That a Fact 3rd, the winning time 59.29 seconds. In Saturday's co-feature, the Henry Jagai Trophy, Shakes would turn the tables on Suku in a photo finish. Suku aboard the favourite Unbelievable Force, unable to fend off Shakes aboard the fast-finishing Unspun, who snatches the win on the outside. Unspun, the 2024 champion 2-year-old, gets his first win as a 3-year-old from 4 tries for Guyanese owner Colin Elcock and trainer Norman Smith. Unspun wins the Henry Jagai by a nose at 5-2 odds, with Richie Shakes edging Suku aboard Unbelievable Force at the finish. Both riders currently holding top 5 positions in the jockeys table. Perfect Brew was 3rd, the winning time for 6 furlongs, 1:13.15.
Now, Caribbean fans probably had a more keen eye than usual on Saturday's Kentucky Derby Day action at Churchill Downs.
Outstanding Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jr. with a Derby entry, Neo Equos, co-owned by Jamaican trainer Ian Prasad, in the $5 million run for the Roses on a wet track. Luis Saez aboard Neo Equos in the orange cap as expected, with the colt's good pace, ran with the leaders and very well for a long way at 42-1 odds, actually in front coming off the final bend, but got tired and faded. Owen Almighty, the 40-1 shot in Javier Castellano's White Silks, points briefly, but in a flash the fancied pair of Sovereignty and the favourite Journalism quickened to vie for the lead. Sovereignty, the Fountain of Youth Stakes winner in March and Florida Derby runner-up, stronger in the finish under Venezuelan jock Junior Alvarado for the win. The Bilmont trained Sovereignty wins by a length and a half for world-famous owners Godolphin's first Kentucky Derby win. Journalism second. Neo Equus was 13th for Saffie Joseph. The winning time 2:02:31. Sovereignty will not go for the Triple Crown as he is skipping the Preakness to come back for the Belmont Stakes. Earlier on the Kentucky Derby Day card, a massive Caribbean moment in the $600,000 Pat Day Mile Stakes when Jamaican trainer Rohan Crichton's unfancied colt, Macho Music, stunned the field with a front-running victory under jockey Javier Castellano, watched in the combox by Larry Colmos.
As they turn for home, it's a 3-length lead. Drifting to the inside with 3/16 to go. Gaming is moving on the outside with Vatican Road, trying to reel in this front runner who's still there with a furlong to run. Macho Music with run left in him, still 2 on top. Gaming and Vatican Road not getting to it. Macho Music and Javier Castellano all the way.
Jockey Castellano in a confident ride to victory, and he praised trainer Crichton's programming of the colt leading to and coming off his sophomore stakes win in Tampa Bay last month.
He made me build him a lot of confidence to step up the next level. Like today, grade 1 race, better horses, better competition. I think he can do that. I have a little confidence in him, myself, and all the team. And Rohan did a great job with the horse to bring him up to and that level is amazing.
Macho Music, the third longest shot in the field at 13-1, beats the Bob Baffert trained pair, 5-2 favourite Madaket Road and stablemate Gaming with a purse of over $500,000. Crichton, who won the 2023 Mute Mile at Caymanas Park, logs by far his biggest career win with this Pat Day Mile Stakes triumph by 3 1/4 lengths. Macho Music clocking 135.65 for 8 furlongs.
And Saffie Joseph Jr., currently number 3 on the trainer's earnings list in North America this year, still grabbed some headlines after his horse's unplaced finish in the Kentucky Derby.
Saddling 2 starters in Sunday's Vagrancy Stakes at New York's Belmont at the Big A, the Barbadian trainer's 2-1 bet Hole in Ice and 5-1 shot Our Disaster were on the front end from the start of the 6.5 furlong sprint en route to a 1-2 finish.
Our Disaster is now a half length in front. Hall and Ice not going anywhere. Comes right back. Leslie's Rose, St. Benedict's Prep. It's going to be a blanket finish. Give it to Hall and Ice to win it. Hall and Ice win.
Tight finish to the $175,000 Vagrancy Stakes. Outstanding veteran jockey John Velasquez with over 6,700 career wins edges it aboard Hole in Ice at 2-1 odds. Ahead of stablemate Our Disaster, clocking 116.10 for 6.5 furlongs. 13 stakes wins this for Saffie Joseph already this year and 132 in his career.
Our weekly tally of Caribbean wins now in the USA and Canada. Before we go, in the past week since our last show, I've counted 46. Among them, the Barbadian jockey Rockaboyne with 5 wins at Thistledown. One of those victories for Jamaica's champion trainer Jason DaCosta. Jamaican jockey Dane Nelson opened the new Central Mile season in Canada with a Saturday triple, and the St. Croix-born jockey Kevin Krieger rode 3 winners at Emerald Downs. We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.